Good morning, good afternoon, guys. We're back for another Geek Tavern. It's me, Sean, and as always, I'm joined by Mike.
Yellow.
And Aaron.
Yellow.
And it's a pretty special day because it's the day after the DC Fandom. So we have a lot of interesting movie news to talk about there.
Yeah, finally we have something new to talk about.
Yeah.
So DC Fandom is kind of Warner Brothers' own SDCC. Like, they skipped out on doing everything at SDCC because they were doing their own thing behind the scenes.
Yeah.
With the Warner Max merger and everything. And boy, did they come through.
Because they came out swinging.
Because I can tell you right now that I am way more excited for everything DC has than I am Marvel. And I am a huge Marvel fanboy.
I would say that I swing more on the side of Marvel. I mean, I like my Batman, but
I think comic-wise, I like DC more.
Yeah, DC Comics I felt were usually always better.
I mean, they definitely for many years have been better in the animation realm.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know, their animated movies.
I want to talk about Gotham Knights. I was mentioning this. I don't want it to be connected to the Arkham games.
And you know what?
I don't think it is. Because
it presents itself that it is, but you know what? I got the feeling that it's not.
Yeah, because at the end of Arkham Knight, spoilers, I guess, it's only been out for
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years now. But I'm pretty sure, doesn't Batman reveal himself to be Bruce Wayne at the end?
I thought so.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I played it.
Yeah, and then he does the Operation Nightfall or whatever and blows up Wayne Manor. But that's like where the trailer of this begins. There was an explosion, presumably at Wayne Manor. And they're like, oh, we have found a body among the wreckage. It's confirmed Bruce Wayne is dead. And it's like, well, wouldn't they say also Batman? Because everyone would know that.
That's why I say, I mean, I got to do a little more digging on this. I literally only watched it today. I was busy yesterday, but when I was watching it, I felt like it was connected, but at the same time, just these little things like what you said, it just doesn't line up because.
And then I'm not sure if the Robin is supposed to be Tim Drake, which he was in the Arkham games.
Right.
But it looks kind of like Damian Wayne.
Yeah, it does look more like Damian.
So I was also like,
Robin was definitely Damian.
Yeah.
Talking about what you were talking about with how they're like, oh, Bruce Wayne is dead, so is Batman. Like, it always makes me think of The Dark Knight Rises and Justice League, where they're like, oh, Clark Kent is dead, so is Superman. And they're like, boy, they look similar. Like, no one ever puts that together. They're like, hey, they kind of look the same. And it's coincidental that they died around the same exact time.
So there's 4 characters that they reveal that you basically play as, I assume.
Right, yeah. And Barbara is paralyzed in the Arkham games.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go into that, and I was gonna say, the one's Red Hood, isn't it?
Yeah, Red Hood. Yeah.
Isn't Red Hood
Jason Todd?
Yeah.
He is
the
Arkham Knight. Yes. Yeah, but at the end of the game, he changes to the Red Hood.
Does he? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
He dons.
So this is connected.
Well, he dons the Red Hood at the end of Arkham Knight, but it's also like he's killing people, and that's against what Batman believes and all that.
Yeah.
But that's like the whole point of this.
We'll get to that with the Batman trailer.
Yeah. Which is also funny because like it shows them like fighting each other. It has like, Nightwing and Damian and Barbara fighting, and then it has Red Hood, and he's like using his guns.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was almost like fake like rubber bullets or something.
I was thinking like tranks or something.
Yeah, which would suck because in the Arkham games, when you could play as Red Hood after beating the game in DLC, he straight up just killed people. He was like, and like killed people.
I don't know if I ever got to that point. I own the DLC, Game of the Year edition or whatever, but I gotta go back through that game.
Yeah,
but anyway.
you should play as Red Hood because I think he's the most fun to play as.
Yeah,
probably because he just shoots people in the face.
I'm pretty excited for this game.
Batman GTA.
So it was always fun to play as Robin in the DLC stuff. It was never in depth though. Arkham Knight was the first one where it was like legit DLC. There was like a Batgirl or Batwoman. I don't know which one.
Batwoman, I think.
Was it woman or girl? I don't know. But there was like a full on DLC where you could play as her. So that was cool. I think there was a Robin one or a Nightwing one.
There was a Nightwing one.
Yeah.
And I think there was a Harley Quinn one too.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I don't really remember anything other than Batgirl, but yeah, so this, I mean, it looks cool. I don't know why all of a sudden we need to get all these games where you're going to play as 4 or 5 different characters.
It's like Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
That's what
where you can just flip between.
Well, I was meaning like that new Avengers game.
Oh yeah.
This game, the game we're going to probably talk about next.
Yeah.
But
let's just hop into that then. The Suicide Squad game.
Yeah.
It's not coming out until 2021, but it looked.
When did Arkham Knight say? Did it say?
I think it's this year.
I think.
Or no, wait, I'm sorry. Suicide Squad is coming out 2022, so not until 2 years from now.
Okay,
but I think Arkham or Gotham Knights comes out early next year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
so 2020.
I know one of them said 2021. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, my mistake.
So
the Suicide Squad was more of a like a cinematic trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
with Brainiac.
Yeah, the Brainiac ship, which they don't really talk about. You just see it. But it was really funny. It pans out from the ship, and you hear like this radio talk, and you can kind of tell it's Harley Quinn if you know if you're familiar with her voice.
Tara Strong.
But is it somebody returning as her?
I would assume
it's probably
Tara
Strong
doing
okay.
Harley's voice.
It sounded familiar, so I mean it's probably somebody. But it pans out and like it's just her walking on the ledge with her fingers. I just thought it was funny, I don't know. I don't know where you want to go.
I don't have like much to say about the Suicide Squad
really?
game.
See, I was actually a little more excited for this one. The fact that it's probably going to be rated M probably, just because Anyway, when it pans out, you see Harley and she's talking to Amanda Waller on the headset, and Amanda's giving all these orders, and they're just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. And so it pans out, and basically it introduces each character. So it introduces Harley Quinn, and then it pans out to Boomerang, who I don't know what he normally looks like, but this looks like a new concept on him, I think. He's kind of more of a scrawnier guy. We'll talk about his powers in a minute, because I don't know if those are new or what he always is,
Yeah.
But then it pans out to Deadshot, which is another overhaul. I kind of wish it was... I really like the Will Smith portrayal, so I thought maybe they'd go kind of that route, but they're not really, it looks like.
It seems like the video games are really trying to push away from like cinematic.
It makes sense.
With Avengers and all that, where they're just like, hey, forget what you know.
Those Avengers,
because we're gonna give you their stunt doubles.
I mean,
those Avengers.
The Deadshot in the Arkham games looks vastly different than.
Well, yeah. That was more comic book.
But but like you got to remember too, like when Arkham Knight came out, that was before the Suicide Squad movie and everything.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, the movies are more mainstream where people are going to go watch them versus where fans like us are playing the video games and know, like, oh, this character looks like
the
this.
The Arkham
this.
series always, they were always kind of close or roughly based on, previous comic book adaptations.
Yeah.
This one just seems like it's more, whoever's making the game, well, it's Rocksteady, but, like they're really taking their own liberties with these characters. Other than Harley, she looks like
she always looks the same.
She looks like Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. So, but anyway, so after Deadshot, it pans out to is his name King Shark?
King Shark, yeah.
I thought that was his name. I couldn't remember. He shows up Flash. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, at one point, Boomerang like flips off Deadshot. So I'm like, yes, this seems like it's going to be kind of maybe rated M or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they could do that in a rated T for teen. But yeah, so they start fighting whatever those things were. I don't know if they were like the things from Justice League.
Yeah, the parademons or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, Superman shows up.
Mm. Yeah, I saw the I think it was a teaser before they released the trailer where it was a poster and it had like the Suicide Squad logo looked like a crosshairs on the back of Superman's head.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
they don't reveal. Well, so Superman shows up and they're like, Harley said something like, Sue's, saving another person. How boring. Get out of here, Subes, or whatever she says.
Mm-hmm.
And he proceeds to like disintegrate this dude with his laser vision. So you're like, what in the world? And Boomerang's recovering from being struck by something. And he's like, did we figure out who we're hunting yet? And they all just like point up to Superman.
Yeah.
And then that's where they reveal the name. It's not just Suicide Squad. It's Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so I'm pretty excited.
I'm pretty excited for this one. As much as I love the Arkham games, just I don't know. This one seems.
I hope that they use the same like controller scheme.
Combat system.
The combat system is great for those games. So
well, there's a lot of games that base their control systems off of the Arkham games, like the Lord of the Rings, Shadows of Mordor, and Shadow of War. It was literally the same combat system.
Yeah,
same
pretty much.
Set like same buttons did like the same thing. So I don't think they're going to stray away from that too much because it's basically a perfected system.
Mm-hmm. Now we can talk about the actual Suicide Squad. There wasn't a trailer or anything,
No.
but there
was a cast reveal trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, was there? I didn't see that.
Did you see the picture of the cast reveal poster? Oh my goodness, I have to show you.
Yeah,
It looks awful.
I didn't look up like an outline for like this event, so I probably missed a lot of stuff.
It looks like a scary movie or like an epic movie poster.
Meet the Spartans.
Yeah, like
Meet the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Who's Idris Elba playing?
He's playing Deadshot because Will Smith didn't want to come back.
Damn it.
I like that casting personally.
That's all right. That's all right though. Who's Pete Davidson playing?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Will Smith had a previous entanglement that he couldn't get out of.
Yeah.
Well, he was a pretty big star for even that first one. Because I was like, oh my god, Will Smith's doing this? Like, oh my god, John Cena's in it.
Yeah, I don't know who he's supposed to be though. And Peter Capaldi too.
We're getting Joel
I knew
Kinnaman
that.
back as Rick Flag.
Oh,
why? I don't know.
Capaldi looks badass.
Who gives a shit
And,
about Rick Flag?
I think that Jai Courtney is good as Captain Boomerang, and I like Jai Courtney as an actor. I feel like
he's come back.
He gets crapped on a lot, but I liked him a lot. Hopefully this is better. But look at Sean Gunn's thing.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's that poorly taxidermized like fox that like sits like this.
It looks
is this their version of Rocket?
Maybe. I mean, it's James Gunn.
Yeah.
So.
It seriously looks like from Epic Movie, like the Chipmunks.
Oh,
where like it looks fucking terrible.
Little shit rats.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have
that excites me though. That looks great.
Is Katana back or any of the others?
I didn't see Katana.
I don't think so. No. Maybe this will be the opposite of how the actual back 2016 whenever. Whenever it came out, the trailer dropped and I was really excited for it, and then the movie came and it was terrible. So hopefully,
I wouldn't say terrible.
Hopefully, this is like, oh, this looks awful, and then the movie comes out and it's actually good.
See, mine was the opposite because I watched the trailer and I was like, wow, this looks dumb, and then I went
trailers weren't
and then I watched it and then I was like, yeah, that could have been worse.
I mean, Enchantress was like the worst part of that.
You didn't like the how do you not like the Suicide Squad trailer? It's so good.
I don't remember.
It was okay. It just looked dumb to me because I was like, oh, they're blatantly just trying to copy Marvel's formula in this.
Yeah.
I really like the trailer. And then the movie was edited by trailer editors, so that's why it was so bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But like when the trailer came out, that's why I hated it, is because it just seemed like a complete Hail Mary. Like, DC was like, well, we fucked up with Dawn of Justice, and they're just like, let's see if they like Marvel copy, and then they like threw it out there, and I was like, oh, come on, guys.
Well, it was very like Guardians-esque, wasn't the trailer?
Yeah. It was.
They were really trying to cash.
It was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Right. Okay.
And then clips from the movie.
I kind of remember now. Yeah.
Because they were all just like, hey, they love Marvel, let's make it more like Marvel.
Yeah. It was Bohemian Rhapsody, and then the best scenes of the movie put as the trailer, because that's like the first 30 minutes of the movie, and then the rest of it is garbage.
Oh yeah, when they're introducing everybody, that's probably like one of the better parts of that.
Yeah, it is
like Terminator Salvation, where the trailer was really epic, set to this epic version of The Day the World Went Away by 9 Inch Nails, and the trailer was awesome. And then you go see the movie and you're like, like, this was not that great.
Yeah, that movie was okay. I've only watched it once.
I thought it was going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
But, like, all the scenes they showed, like, with the harvesters and shit, and I'm like, oh, this is only, like, 5 minutes of the movie.
Any thoughts on Wonder Woman?
I don't care.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
I didn't watch the trailer either. Well, I saw clips of it.
Like I said earlier.
I know what you...
She's great casting and everything. I just do not care.
Yeah.
You could throw this movie on VOD right now, and I'd be like, I'll watch it eventually.
Kristen Wiig as Cheetah is...
Did they reveal that in this trailer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It looks pretty cool, I think.
I think that this movie, especially Wonder Woman, they marketed it starting way back, and we already got all the marketing.
It was supposed to have been out for like 4 or 5 months at this point.
Yeah.
So I think our hype just kind of died,
yeah,
and no one cares anymore. Everybody's just whatever.
I'll watch it. But...
I'll watch it eventually, but like, I don't care enough.
Yeah.
Now there are.
Do they have a new release date for it, or
no? Not yet. I don't think.
Like you said, I only saw a couple clips from the.
Actually, Gal Gadot on her Twitter was saying that she said, "Oh, I have a big surprise for you guys tomorrow at DC Fandom," and I thought they were going to be like, "We're throwing it on VOD," and I thought that that's what it was going to be. That they were just going to do that, and then everyone was going to go ballistic and like immediately go watch it and everything.
Yeah.
But no, that's not what happened, which would have been the smart move to do.
Yeah. Because
everybody's been waiting for it anyway.
Just throw maybe not a Mulan price tag, because I still think...
God, no, don't throw a Mulan price tag on there.
Like, throw, I don't know, $10-15 on it, you know?
Not to go completely off topic, but somebody told me that... on like an upcoming VOD thing that somebody saw that Black Widow is listed on upcoming VOD.
Yeah, I doubt that.
I mean, I don't care about that movie. I care about that movie less than Wonder Woman.
No, it's like on like a VOD like platform website that they have it listed as upcoming, like in fall.
I still don't know.
I don't know. They might.
I doubt it.
Yeah. They'll charge $40 for that one.
Probably.
At this point, movie theaters are going to presumably start opening up again around September.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
So why would they put it on VOD if theaters are going to be opening up again this year?
Yeah.
Second wave. They'll shut right back down as quickly as they open.
I mean, it could happen.
It'd be a third wave.
And then you'll have to throw it VOD because you're going to have to wait like 6 more months until you can actually release anything.
It might be a backup plan. That's what.
Yeah.
They probably like have it there where they're just like, we'll put it there
just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the smart move, I think.
No, it is. It's a smart move there.
Yeah. We don't have to go into that topic, but like we don't know what's going on.
No, because I don't care about Marvel right now at all.
Well, I just mean the whole pandemic thing. But...
I don't care about that either.
I don't either.
But I also don't care about Marvel at the moment. I am thoroughly enthralled with everything DC has thrown at me.
You can throw DC fanboy on the forehead this week.
So Justice League is a completely new movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I watched that trailer and I was like, this is going to be absolutely nothing like Justice League.
Like it is legitimately a completely new movie.
Yeah.
Seeing the trailer, I'm like, oh my God, I was so excited.
Yeah.
I have never been that excited for a DC movie to watch that trailer and be like, oh my God.
So I saw this rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but supposedly one of the head of Warner and like the HBO, you know how it was speculated that $30 million was needed to, finish filming and, get the supplementary.
Yeah, I think that was
and then, apparently the head of the studio was like, I wish it was only $30 million. So tack that on for being doubly the most expensive movie ever made. This is going to be an entirely different movie.
Yeah.
Like it literally looks...
the trailer has absolutely no Joss Whedon shots or anything that we previously saw in Justice League. They are brand new.
So did they bring everybody back in and shoot news?
They had to have.
Okay.
Like they would have had to have.
Yeah, because I think that.
Did they do that kind of hush hush? Because I
guess
they definitely did with.
Or is there certain parts of this movie that's going to be like strictly CG?
I don't.
No, I don't.
I mean, I don't think it'd be that extreme.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't like the Flash goes back in time.
Yeah,
and like this is gonna be it's 4 hours long.
Yeah, it's a mini series is what it's going to be. It's a 4-part mini series.
Yeah, it's 4 episodes, 1 hour each.
Is that how they're releasing it?
Yeah.
They should dump it all at once.
They might definitely dump it all at once because I will watch that the entire way through.
Yeah. It would just be like sitting down and watching one of the extended Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
The way I took it was dumped all at once. It's just 4 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something that I wanted. Oh, Darkseid looks awesome,
right?
Yeah.
And he kind of in the one shot where they showed him, I don't know where he was, but he had like a hooded cloak on. He looks like IROC from Ready Player One. Yeah. Like that's exactly what I thought of. I was like, hey, he looks exactly like T.J. Miller's character in Ready Player One. But like every shot looked great. Steppenwolf looked awesome. I mean, you didn't get to see much of him, but you just saw like the silhouette after he lands or whatever.
I'm glad it looks like Cyborg is going to be getting more backstory and more things.
And we also saw Miles Dyson die in the trailer.
That was so cool.
He gets ripped apart like Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, a particle like a beam hits the mother box or something,
and he's standing in there.
And then it just like bouncing around and tears him the fuck apart. That looked really cool.
Yeah.
Which that's something that was definitely missing from the Joss Whedon Justice League because he didn't die in it.
No.
We just didn't see him after a certain point.
Yeah, he like talked to Cyborg and then he like said something and then he left to go to Russia or whatever.
Yeah.
We never saw him again.
Yeah.
But, like when I saw that he died, I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, we're getting a more darker version of this. Yeah. Which is what I wanted.
I'm pretty sure that one of the only scenes that Zack Snyder did of the Justice League were like all the Flash scenes. Like the best, this is platitude, so I don't know if it's accurate, but all of the best scenes in Justice League were from Zack Snyder. So take that what you will. But I don't know.
I mean, this is definitely going to be an entirely different movie.
Yeah, it literally is nothing. It looks nothing like, and that excites me.
Yeah,
because it's like, oh, I mean, the Justice League wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great.
No.
Yeah,
and we're going to watch Justice League, but it's going to be like a remake of Justice League,
right?
With the same actors and everything, but it's just going to be a completely different. Like,
I feel like there's got to be some things in there from.
Imagine so. Essentially, that's what it is. It's like it's
a remake.
It's everything. It's a remake with the same characters and everything.
Yeah.
Imagine if HBO did the same thing with Game of Thrones season.
Oh my God.
Season 7. It's just like,
season 8.
Yeah, season 8. We're like, okay, well, we're gonna remake it with the same people and everything.
Well, and now there's like a whole group of people who are like, they did it with Justice League, do it with Star Wars. They're like, please, for the love of God, remake it.
That's why I said the terrorist won it. The first time we heard about the Snyder Cut being announced, because it's like it's just going to be like, oh well, they did it with this.
Do it with this.
Do it with this now. And
I honestly would not be upset if they did that with Star Wars, though. Like,
I don't think they would do.
Give me something
I don't
else.
think they would either.
They wouldn't dare do that.
No, they wouldn't. But Cowards. They should.
No, that would never happen.
Coward.
I still want to talk about this Justice League thing because this makes me think that we see Darkseid like in that hooded cloak, so he's going to play a bigger role. Like we're gonna see him. It's not gonna be like Thanos, like a couple like teases of Thanos where like you see him like smile out of the corner of the camera or something. Like you're gonna have more of Darkseid, and it makes me wonder if Zach's not going to do what he originally planned.
Oh,
what he talked about at that convention.
Yeah.
Where so Mike, I don't know if you watched this video, but Zach was talking about everything that he wanted to do with his version of Justice League, and this is how it spawned the release, the Snyder Cut.
Mm-hmm.
Was they were talking about everything that he had planned for this movie and everything, and he talks about how Darkseid had a bigger role, and he was talking about we see he's like we have the flash forward to
Batman and I think it's the Justice League in the Batcave, and then it's right when the Flash goes back to the future or back to the past
to tell him, because everything has happened where like the anti-life has taken over Superman and everything, and now he is waging war against the Justice League.
So supposedly right as the Flash goes back to the past, Darkseid was going to boom tube into the Batcave and then kill Lois Lane. And then the entire auditorium's like, oh!
Yeah, they all like erupt like in like cheers and screams, like, like we want to see that. So then they started the whole release the Snyder Cut because they were like, this story sounds so much better.
And then the terrorist won.
Which is fine, because now we get a 4-hour cut of Justice League.
Hey, be careful what you wish for. You've opened the door and it cannot be closed.
That's
all I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm pretty excited about this door being open.
Yeah.
So let's take a moment to talk about how big of a Leonard Cohen fan that Zack Snyder is. and I'm not just talking about using Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah in 2. Well, we don't know if it's going to be in the movie.
I mean, it's promotional, so maybe it won't be in the movie. But
right.
but he has used that twice now.
At least this is less awkward.
Yeah, that's
well, that could.
Well, honestly, because we watched Watchmen so recently, during the whole trailer, all I could think about was the sex scene. Literally, all I could think about was their awkward sex scene.
There was a tweet that somebody said where they were like, Zack Snyder uses Hallelujah during sex scenes. Is he implying, wait, no? Like, and they were thinking, like, is this just going to be a giant, like, orgy-infested Justice League cut?
Oh my god.
But
that's a different movie.
But I actually think that because it had to be a Snyder thing, the opening of Justice League, I think, was all him. Because there's another Leonard Cohen song that they used, but it was a cover. And it's Everybody Knows. But it was a cover of that song, but I was like, that has to be him. Yeah. Like, he must just love Leonard Cohen's like music so much that he's like, I gotta shoehorn it into everything that I do.
Did he think we wouldn't remember Watchmen? Like,
was it the same version?
Yeah, it was Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah, because that's the original version.
But that wasn't the Leonard Cohen version. It was a cover of Leonard Cohen, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. No. Both times that it was used,
both of them
it was Leonard Cohen.
Okay.
Because Leonard Cohen is a great vocalist. So.
And it was like the exact same spot, too. I mean, it's just the beginning of the song, really.
Yeah.
But it started the trailer started and I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, like, it almost starts off weird because the first shot is Darkseid with the spear, and he, like, brings it down like a hammer to that song, and I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then I kept watching it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm sold.
I hope that there's like going to be Green Lanterns in this one, because
there was supposed to be in the.
I mean, they teased it. They teased it in Justice League that they said that Steppenwolf like exterminated them. Basically, that's what they implied. I don't know.
So now, I mean, I hope it is, and I hope that's like the big thing that they're waiting, like, and they don't say anything until the movie is actually released, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, he did the Green Lantern!"
Save some surprises.
Yeah, because I think he revealed enough in that trailer where he's just like, "All right, let's keep the rest secret."
So did it? I can't remember. Did it say when we're to expect this?
2021.
Okay, next year.
Sometime next year.
I assume that's pretty much what everything is.
Yeah, I mean,
really?
at this point.
I would say probably early because a lot of the VFX stuff seemed to be completely finished in that trailer.
I don't know. I would, if I had to guess, I'd say mid to late 2021, but that's fine.
Yeah.
If there's nothing further, this wasn't really part of the DC fandom or dome or whatever they call it. But we got some news on the Flash movie.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
That Ben Affleck is officially coming back. It was strongly rumored, but he officially said this last week that yes.
Yeah.
Which Michael Keaton is legit in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that as well.
He is legit, and I think that he is a larger role than Ben Affleck.
See, the rumor is right now that he's not. He's going to be couple scenes.
Yeah, I mean
they're gonna go to his
dimension
multiverse.
Yeah,
and there'll be 20 minutes probably in that timeline, and then they'll move on to something else. But Ben Affleck is supposed to be kind of along for the ride, is what I took it as.
I don't know.
So
I'm excited for that though as well.
They're building the Spider-Man Tony Stark dynamic between Flash and Batman.
I kind of hope, I don't know if this is where it'll lead, but I kind of hope that Michael Keaton kind of has a Batman Beyond trainee.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if that's where they'll go or not, but it'll be interesting. I guess they're supposed to kind of completely ignore the Schumacher movies. That's not the Tim Burton.
Like there is no Schumacher verse. It's just Tim Burton Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. It's heavily. I don't know if this was an actual thing, but they were talking about that Selena Kyle marries Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
It was kind of implied.
Yeah. But yeah, basically they confirmed we'll catch up to see what, Michael Keaton's Batman has been doing since Batman Returns.
That's cool. I like to see that multiverse.
Something I didn't catch in the Crisis on Infinite Earths, the Flash show, or CW verse. They showed 89.
Oh yeah.
And it was the reporter guy from the first movie. He's reading the newspaper and it says Batman catches Joker. So at the end of the first movie, but he's older, so I don't know. But I didn't catch it when I saw it, so that's So we did get a little bit of Batman 89.
And then finally,
this
with the DC fandom news is The Batman with Robert Pattinson.
Oh.
I'm sold.
Yeah, that
110%. I am sold.
I'm beyond sold. This is
this was the highlight of fandom.
They basically put so when they announced, we talked about it on the podcast. I don't remember the episode, but we talked about when they revealed his suit and stuff, and the cowl, and we talked about that. I forget what I said, but that cowl makes me think of almost the kind of the Golden Age comic book, very early Batman,
right?
Almost the serials time, the 40s-ish kind of thing. And I still get that. They put my thought into this trailer. We'll get to the logo reveal and stuff, but the title reveal. But yeah, this was awesome. So I don't know if you want to explain it. I don't know what we want to.
One thing that I liked about the trailer is they didn't show Colin Farrell as the Penguin yet.
Yeah.
Is he playing the Penguin?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, it was revealed months ago that he was playing the Penguin, and there was even a shot of him walking like to the set, and he's like fat now.
Oh god!
Like he put on like 40 pounds to play the Penguin.
Yeah, I just don't see Oswald Cobblepot being as tall as Colin.
Is he that tall?
He's taller than what the Penguin should be. The Penguin should be Danny DeVito
DeVito.
height.
Well, Danny DeVito is busy doing Always Sunny, so he can't come back and play the Penguin. I would love for him to come back and play the Penguin.
I don't think he should, anyway. But yeah, what I'm saying is, I feel like he's still too tall.
What do you want, Kevin Hart to play the Penguin? Tom Cruise?
Don't bring that universe to light. I don't want that universe.
Yeah, don't manifest that.
Well, it's out there now. So.
Yeah. Yeah, but
somebody listening to this is going to become a future producer.
So,
and they're going to be like, I'm going to get Kevin Hart to play the Penguin.
So I'm wondering how they're going to intertwine the storyline with the Penguin and the Riddler. And the Riddler looks fucking wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Riddler, I said this to you last night, that they're kind of doing a Hush, but it's the animated Hush.
Yeah.
Because they kind of are drawing from that, where, spoilers at the end of the animated version of Hush, it's the Riddler.
Yeah. That's what I kind of got from it too. But it also seems like it's the first time that Batman has done, fought the Riddler. So,
and they're not making, like, the trailer, not that I don't like Jim Carrey's Riddler, but they're not making him goofy or like comedic.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like, hey, I'm gonna fuck with you.
Well, there's nothing
mentally.
goofy or funny about this movie.
No, and especially when the dude just asks Batman
who
he is,
you?
and he beats him to death.
That's the best part.
And you cannot tell me that man is alive.
No.
There's squelching sounds as he punches him the last 2 times, like in the chest.
Yeah.
He's dead.
I did like how he said "I'm vengeance" and not "I'm Batman."
Yeah.
Which is, I thought
apparently there's more. That's part of a quote that Batman says.
Yeah, I am vengeance, I am the night, I am Batman.
Yeah.
But he just said I'm vengeance.
Yeah.
Because I actually was kind of cringing. I'm like, don't say I'm Batman, don't say I'm Batman. And he goes, I'm vengeance. And I was like, yes, thank you for not saying
it was awesome to not hear that line.
Do you think that we're getting his origins again? Or is it just going to be kind of like
Spider-Man Homecoming, where it's just going to be like, oh, something happened to me. Like, it's not... I don't even need that, like in Dawn of Justice. I don't need the whole flashback funeral scene, all that. I know everyone who is alive, you could be 2 years old. You know that Batman's parents were killed in an alleyway.
I completely agree with you, but the tone and the way that this movie is shot, I would totally take it.
I could do without it.
I'm not saying that I have to have it. I'm just saying, like,
I feel like they know better.
Yeah.
At this point.
But, like, I was watching somebody talk about it, and they had, like, a clip of The Dark Knight, the interrogation scene.
Yeah.
Like, I forget what they were saying about it, but they were talking about, like, the visuals of the movie and like how dark everything is, and like it's even darker than anything we've really had. But Ben Affleck, like there was dark shots, but it wasn't.
This is going to be a truly dark.
The film was almost like grainy, like there's a graininess to it. And that interrogation scene was incredibly bright. Like you could see everything. Which I understand he's inside, but like, I just love the darkness. Not darkness is in like subject matter. Darkness is like
visual
darkness.
I just hope it's not so dark like Suicide Squad where you couldn't see anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nothing was in there that was too dark in the trailer, so that's good. But yeah.
I'm wondering if there's more to that sequence where Batman kills that guy. Because he's just like, who are you? And then he just fucking murders him.
Yeah.
Who are you? Just ask the question, bro.
So it's being speculated or theorized, whatever you want to say. A lot of people think that those are like Joker henchmen.
I don't know.
Well, remember Penguin had like clown-like people too.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I would say they're more Penguin henchmen.
I thought that
Well,
they
that
were
first
going to be
one-
the Riddler's henchman because he has the tape on his face. So, like, maybe
Yeah.
like that, but I don't know.
Yeah, it could very well be
There's
any
a
of
lot
them.
of clown-like henchmen in Batman lore, not just
Yeah.
from Joker, from
Right.
like a bunch of different people.
That it's just
Joker
that
copycats. Stuff
It's
like
just
that.
It almost looked like a Two-Face henchman because the one guy had only half his face painted.
maybe it was
Maybe-
kind of
maybe he's already
to
dead.
maybe it was kind of to give, maybe certain ones were supposed to give off that vibe, because I think it's the one that he beats the crap out of. Like he has the smile, like it's not completely the smile, but like it goes out,
Yeah.
like the lipstick area.
Huh.
Watch it be like a dream sequence where he's facing all of his like nemesis, like mentally.
So
He's literally just killing each one of these henchmen who represents like one of his arch nemesis.
sometimes I don't want to say stuff because I don't know if it's true or not. But I heard that this was basically all but confirmed that it's year 2. It's not his first year, but it's still very early in his
I think you're
escapades.
right. I think this is like a year 2
Yeah.
type of thing. Now it probably has a lot of year 1 storyline to it,
Yeah.
but yeah, they probably set it in like year.
So a lot of people thought was that the cop, was that the guy from Westworld?
Yes, he's playing Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah. See, a lot of people thought when he was cast that he was going to be Lucius Fox.
No.
I'm pretty sure he's Commissioner Gordon.
No, he is.
Well, I mean, he is from the trailer.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Because there was a lot of stupidity and uproar over that. Where they're like, you can't make Gordon black, and it's like, yeah, you actually can. Like you,
There's
fucking morons. You definitely can, and you should, because he is a great actor,
Yeah.
and he can play any role that you cast him
I
as.
mean, I
he's
liked
good.
what I saw already. So
He was great in Westworld. He was even good in the Bond movies when he played Felix, the
Oh, yeah.
CIA agent.
And he's good in Hunger Games, too.
I never watched it. So I
I've
can't
never
tell
watched
you.
Hunger Games either.
Oh, well. He's good in that. I was making a joke, but he is good in that, in those movies.
Oh, are those movies not good?
No, I mean, they're okay.
Oh, okay.
They're okay if you're 13 years old and a girl. But
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
shots fired.
So my 2 favorite parts of this trailer is the one where he beats the shit out of the guy, and then what?
I'm sorry. I thought of a meme where at the end of the trailer you see him with his like the black stuff around his eyes.
Are we
Wait,
making fun
wait.
of that already?
Was it the one that says, I swear I'm not emo anymore, and it says Numb by Linkin Park Flames, and it shows it with the
No,
black...
it had that picture of him with the black around his eyes, and it's that same energy. And you go to the next one, and it's Peter Parker. Whenever he has he puts the hair in front of his face.
So that's, people are making fun of it already, but that's actually a pretty cool part because we never see any other iteration of Batman take the cowl off and have paint or whatever it is. So yeah, I don't like how they're making fun of that already. But
I hope everyone who was like, I don't want Pattinson playing Batman, I hope they feel so fucking stupid right now.
yeah, I
Because
remember,
I know that somebody who I'm friends with on Facebook said about they're like, I don't like that casting, and now they're like, I don't know now.
It's the
I'm
same-
like, yeah, because you should feel stupid because for judging it in the first place, like that's like saying Hayden Christensen isn't good in anything else.
yeah,
Like,
I mean,
no, he's better in other movies than he was in Star Wars.
I am guilty of previously doing that. Like when Garfield was cast as Spider-Man, I'm like, that's not Spider-Man.
And then you watch the movie and you're like, yeah, it is.
He's a good
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
He's a good Spider-Man. Yeah. It's the same thing that happened with Ben Affleck, where they said that Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, and people are like, he can't be Batman. Look at him, he's just scrawny. And then
He built a suit that was like enormous.
That's what I'm saying. He's probably the biggest Batman that has ever been on the screen.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
he's built.
he bulked the hell up.
Yeah, he is. He's tossing tires in that movie.
Yeah.
You know? He's huge.
Like, legit.
By the way, that was Zack Snyder's home gym that training. That was his basement. With the waterfall and everything.
But
so I know this sounds...
No, and Ben Affleck, literally the only complaint that I have, and it's not even him, it's whoever did the sound design, the robotic voice sounds dumb. And I still think it does. It's not as bad when he's in the armored suit, because then I'm like, okay, yeah, it needs to sound like that. It needs to be like a little bit more.
Yeah.
When he's in the regular suit, he's like, and it's clearly robotic. If Affleck was literally just talking like this, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
I do not like it being garbled and robotic.
I mean, I don't know exactly where they got it, but I feel like they got it from Arrow, because they brought that in, I think, somewhere around season 2, you know, because they're like, well, wouldn't you know that it's Oliver Queen? Like,
which,
yeah, exactly.
Which, you know, like I said, it's not his fault.
Like he has a button that he pushes to turn it on. Like it,
and it's not Affleck's fault at all.
No.
I think that whoever did the sound design should have made it a little bit less
robotic,
stupid sounding.
Yeah. So the other part that I liked was when it goes into the title screen, like it shows the title off. It's just a big red thing, and then it like comes down and it starts forming the word Batman or the Batman. And when it gets down to just about where it says the Batman, the A has the bat ears. It was just awesome.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
I'm legitimately excited for the Batman.
Yeah, I mean, everything that came out of the fandom, pretty much, I'm excited about. So,
and you know what? I was really disappointed when SDCC happened and like nothing new, no trailers. They didn't talk about anything that they were doing, and I was like, oh, there goes my happiness for the summer. Like I didn't get to see anything cool or new come out of that. And then DC's like, and then they come in and in one day release all this shit, and everybody's like losing their minds because it's awesome.
I didn't even know about it until like 3 days before it, because I kept getting ads for it when I was watching Crunchyroll. It's like DC Fandom, and it's like, what the fuck is this? And then it, you know, and then I kept getting emails about it. I didn't tune into it, but I saw like whenever all the stuff was revealed.
You couldn't tune in. You had to pay.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
You had to pay to like join in and watch this.
Oh well.
You think they're not going to milk it for everything that it's worth?
I mean, I can't blame them for that. Whatever, you know. You gotta try to make some money in this time. So I don't fault them for that. I was just as happy to wake up. I woke up this morning and at like 6 o'clock and was like, all right, let's check all this out.
Yeah, that's like any big thing like SDCC or whatever. Just wait. As soon as they release a trailer there in Hall H, it's going to be on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as that happens, like you don't have to go and be the first to witness it.
Even if it's free, I don't sit there because I can't sit there and just like I saw some of the panels they're calling them, and like it was just I think it was the Batman one. I don't know who it was. I think it was Aisha Tyler was one of the panel people.
Yeah,
like introducing the trailer. I'm like, I don't know what you have to do with this, but okay. But they were talking for like 25 minutes. I'm like, I couldn't have sat there through that. Like, just give me the damn trailer. You know, so I never sit there and watch those things unless it's like after and I want to hear people talk about stuff. But because I've watched like Arrow panels and stuff like that. But
unless it's about something that I'm really excited for, I really don't give a shit.
Like I watched the Thor panel, you know, where they announced where Natalie Portman's gonna wield the Mjolnir or whatever.
Yep.
That'd be cool. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this.
That's Marvel.
Well, I don't think we have anything else to say about the DC Fandom except, well done.
Yeah.
Very well done. Go you guys. We're DC Shields for the week.
Thanks for giving us 50 minutes of content.
Yeah, for real. I don't think we've talked this long about a DC movie since last week.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. We haven't talked about a recent good DC movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had a recommendation from Mike last week.
Yeah, oh boy, did we.
Suburban Commando.
It's a thing.
Starring Hulk Hogan.
It exists.
1991.
And Christopher Lloyd.
And Christopher Lloyd, yes.
And that lady from The Shining.
Okay, can I say first off, somebody owed someone money or this was a tax write-off.
It was produced by Hulk Hogan, so...
The studio they either owed him a favor, a studio head tried to attack him and he beat the living shit out of them and was like, "You're going to give me a movie, brother." And they're like, "You got it." Or they had a surplus of money that they're like, "Hey, the IRS is going to come a knocking if we don't spend $11 million to make this movie."
Dear God, I hope it wasn't that much.
It was.
Oh, did you look it up?
Because they only made $8 million.
Okay.
So they didn't even make their extremely low budget back.
Wow.
$11 million for a movie of this quality is saddening.
Yeah.
That just tells me that they had no idea what
most of it went to the ship's landing.
Oh,
yeah.
to the recreated Star Wars shots.
Like, literally.
Panning down to the atmosphere of a planet only to have a triangular ship come from overhead. Oh my God.
I mean, that one was blatant. Like,
I honestly, that whole opening of the movie, I thought that we were going to cut away to somebody watching this on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know how like some movies start out like that and then it turns out they're watching a movie? Like, yeah. I thought that's what this was going to be. Because I was like, yeah, there's no way that they just blatantly, like... like, I get it, they were paying homage, but I'm like, this is just straight ripping it off.
Yeah.
Like, if it had been in a movie set in the movie, I'd have been like, okay, that's understandable. And that would have been more creative, but no, instead it was just... Yeah.
Honestly, that might be my favorite part of the movie. I kind of wish the whole movie was that.
This movie seemed like it was...
Well, let's give a little synopsis on this first before we dive head first into this 3-foot deep pool.
Yeah. An interstellar hero from a distant world visits Earth and tries to fit in with a mundane yet kind suburban family.
Our intergalactic warrior played by Hulk Hogan.
Chef Ramsey.
Chef Ramsey.
Yeah. Chef Ramsey, and he's forced to. So I'm confused. Was it his boss that was sent the bounty hunters after him?
No.
Okay.
No, it was some other dude.
So he's
forced. Who looked like a younger version of the main villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which I was confused by. I was like, who's this guy?
There's a lot of confusing things.
There's a lot of confusing things.
Like I was about to say, this movie seems like a story that would have taken 40 minutes to be, like, tell all of it. So they needed, like, another nearly an hour, to another 50 minutes worth of bullshit to fill in the rest of it.
It's 50 minutes literally made up of stupid ass scenes where Hulk just has one-liners and gets to throw a mime around.
Yeah, that's literally what it felt like.
Yeah.
He's going from like gag to gag.
Yeah, and the traffic light gag, which isn't even a gag. I'm just confused.
I don't know what that's about.
Like he won't go through a red light? Is that what it is? Like as soon as it turns yellow, like he's got to stop? Is that part of...
Is that like a confidence thing?
Yeah, that's my guess, is like, he's just like...
But the rest of the cars, even behind him, still go.
Yeah, they go around him to blast through the red light, but he won't do it. And that scene is shown 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 times we are shown that sequence.
And the third time when it happens, which is at the end of the movie, but whatever, who cares, because this movie's a hodgepodge mash anyway. But the third time, he's in the left lane.
Yeah.
And then when it cuts to the light, he's in the middle
lane. Yeah.
Because it's the same shot.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. And then he blasts the hell out of the light.
Yeah, he shoots it with like the laser gun and blows it up and then like waves everyone through while the William Tell overture plays. It's so...
So Christopher Lloyd, because I don't have the care to talk about their actual character name, Charlie
Wilcox.
Charlie Wilcox. That sounds really familiar.
Charlie Cox, who plays
okay.
Daredevil.
Oh, okay. That's yeah. So Charlie has neighbors that are race heads, apparently.
Did you say racists or race heads?
No, it said race heads. Motorheads, maybe, is the better term. We were talking about the laser gun. Charlie finds the laser gun and shoots it through the wall and blows up one of their cars. But the next day, they're not mad about it. There's no...
Because they have no idea, like, what happened. Or
like they don't even show that car again. Like, nothing happens with that car.
No. You hear, like, the fire whistles and everything, but nothing.
Well, it showed it on fire, and then you hear the fire whistles.
Yeah, and then he, like, hides.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the very next day, when Hulk moves the, like, car, they threaten to sue him.
Yeah.
So you think that... It was after that that happened.
Yeah, they threatened to sue him after that.
Yeah.
So,
after he moved the car.
Yeah.
Did they just not know that it was him then?
I don't know. Yeah, it's so weird.
I don't know why that one bugged me so much.
And also, why would Charlie not be the first suspect when he's been bitching at them to move their cars out of his driveway for...
And that's what I thought was going to happen.
Like, it blows up in the middle of the night, and they're not going to be like, hey, I think my neighbor blew up one of our race cars because he's been bitching at us for the last week.
Yeah.
Like, he should be the number one suspect.
Right.
Let's talk about the worst character in this movie, Charlie's boss.
Played by Larry Miller.
Yeah, that guy is the fucking worst.
I like Larry Miller as an actor.
Yeah.
He's funny in a lot of other stuff. But this movie, he owed someone a favor or something, and they're like, hey, can you
he played it really well, like, because he was supposed to be annoying.
He's a dumbass, and we'll get to that, why I don't like him. We'll get to that.
And he's a racist.
Yes, he
is.
is.
He's like selling it to the Japanese people, and he's like saying bonsai and fucking Kawasaki and
you
shit
know
like
what,
that.
I'm just gonna jump into it because you're talking about the Japanese.
Yeah.
He also fucking doesn't know his Godzilla trivia because he's saying Nick Adams was in Rodan. Nick Adams was never in Rodan. Never. He was an Invasion of Astro Monster.
I don't even know. The part where the bounty hunters came and they fought them was fun.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It was cool to see.
There's this fill of one-liners, like when the one guy punches through the floor and grabs Hulk's foot. He's like, "Talk about cheap construction."
You know what? Thinking back to it, I know he doesn't do it, but I feel like he looks directly into the camera and says that and gets pulled through.
There's a lot of weird ADR too.
Oh, there really is.
Oh yes.
Like all the Japanese stuff. Like it doesn't sound like it's them saying it. It sounds like it's someone else saying it.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, whenever Suter said something to the one president, it sounded completely different.
What? He was talking the first time, and it was kind of echoey.
Yeah.
Like they were in the
in the hallway. In the bridge of
the bridge. That's what I was trying to think of.
And then the second time it sounds like it's in a sound studio.
Yeah, and the echo's gone for like a couple lines, and then it goes back to the president, and it's back to normal, like the echoiness.
Yeah, and that's distracting.
Yeah,
and then it happens a couple of times with Hulk's one-liners too.
Well, yeah, there's a couple times I'm like you can tell he said that in the initial shot, but they went back and redubbed it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And he just slightly said it like the wrong way.
Yeah, it's weird because it's supposed to be like a fish out of water because he's an alien on Earth. But then he also says
he fits in so well though.
Yeah, he talks about things from Earth. So there's an example where he crushes that melon.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, how do you know it's a good melon?" And then it's like, "Oh, if it's squishy." He bursts it. He's like, "Oh, I found a ripe one." And then at the very end of the movie, he's like, "Get a goldfish." How do you know what a goldfish is?
Yeah.
You know? Like, how do you know what a goldfish is but not know what melons are?
Yeah.
You know?
It's a mess.
It is a mess.
It's a complete mess.
Daddy's first script is what it is. Or Davey's first script.
This is from the man who wrote the screenplay for Constantine.
Is it really?
Yeah, this is his first movie.
Oh my god.
And he was also the creative consultant. Frank
Capello
or something like that. Capello. Because you thought it was Frank Coppola, and I was like, no, there's no fucking way. Francis Ford Coppola produces Suburban Commando.
Yeah,
that would have been like, hey, my kid's turning 5. Can you make a movie for him? It's like, yeah, I guess. Can my daughter star in it? No.
Yeah, I like the Undertaker. You could tell like he didn't really have much to do, but his acting was okay. Like whenever he was shooting through the roof, like he was going like
he had great facials.
Until the dumbest.
Oh my god!
The movie where he has baby voice.
It was like a child's voice.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my god!
No wonder you guys never talk, brother.
Yeah,
that was so bad.
Again, Hulk looks into the camera and goes,
"It's a living."
No wonder they never talk. I'm surprised whenever he did like his one-liners that he just didn't. Like, I'm sure there were takes where he just like did that, like instinctively, like looked at the camera and was like, and did some goofy thing like that.
I kind of wish he would have done that the whole movie because that'd been hilarious.
I had seen this movie before whenever I was younger. Nothing was there for me. Like I had no recollection of it.
Oh yeah.
Like the only parts I remember are the parts where they fight Undertaker in the building, and then the rest of it, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I don't remember it, because it's impossible to follow.
So
there really is no story.
No.
It's basically just it's him living there, and then Charlie investigates him because he's suspicious.
Right, he's a weird dude. It just was like apartment.
Yeah,
he's renting from you. Yeah, like you don't know about the dude.
By the way, where does he have money to rent from the place?
I was waiting for like somebody to bring that up, like.
He got out of the pop machine.
Oh, yeah. He punched the pop machine and got all the coins. But yeah, and then, so...
Is he just gone to, like, pop machines?
and then Suter follows him and is hunting Ramsey down. That's basically it. And they get caught up in the hijinks. I don't know.
I'll say this. The Suter monster at the end...
It looked alright.
Better than Conan, too.
Yeah, it did look... Yeah, that's true. It looked better than... Gordon or whatever the hell that thing was.
Gordon.
You know what? That's its official name now. When Arnold fights Gordon in Conan 2.
I don't remember its name.
I don't even remember what his fucking name is.
Yeah, but I don't know. It looked good though. It was a 90s...
The monster? Oh yeah. It looked like something that like
the movie in general looked good.
It looked like a really high budget old Doctor Who character.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like I said, that one shot where the ship lands, like they're on top of the building and the ship comes around and lands, and I was like, that's not the worst VFX shot I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
I was like, that was actually decent.
So, side note for any possible wrestling fans that's listening, this movie came out in 91, so this must have been shot before or as The Undertaker was coming in as The Undertaker. Because The Undertaker debuted at Survivor Series 91. And that was November. So
he worked on the movie before his debut.
So he probably worked with Hulk and was like, hey, bring me to,
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. So I thought he was in the movie because they had already worked together, but he didn't come in till late 91, so
maybe so the movie
maybe he started training with Hulk.
Well, I mean, he
early in the year, and he was like, "Hey, I'm making a movie, brother. You should come with me."
I mean, the movie was probably filmed in 1990.
Yeah.
So maybe
But I mean, like, I'm just guessing here, basing it on.
Well, there was a long period until they brought him in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like, judging by, like, watching Fighting with My Family, like, there's, like, a whole year that you are training.
Yeah.
At, like, training camps to see if you can actually move up.
I mean, it was a totally different thing back then. But because Mark Calloway, who was The Undertaker, he was in WCW before that.
Who has a camp near here?
Supposedly. I don't... I've heard it ever since I was a little kid.
Oh, it's there.
Okay.
It's there.
Yep, I've always heard that, but supposedly Kane comes too. I don't know.
He has camp here?
Yeah.
Really?
Hunting camp.
All right.
I mean, like, it's up, like, near, like, past Benazet and stuff like that. But I mean, it's up there in the mountains, like, where the elk are and everything.
Yeah.
Hunting camp.
He is a hunter.
But,
same. Weird Undertaker talk, but he's got second bill on Google. So.
no, he's second billed.
He's billed
over
above Christopher Lloyd. So.
Over Christopher Lloyd, who is arguably the biggest actor in this movie.
Every time he just had a surprise.
I don't think it's arguably.
He's probably the biggest actor in his movie. Like, there's no...
I don't think there is... It is inarguable. He is the biggest actor.
Yes. Every time he had, like, a surprised look on his face, I just wanted him to be like, "Great Scott!"
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to remove Christopher Lloyd from his performance in, like, Back to the Future or Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
I had the same issue whenever we watched Clue a month ago, where he plays like a playboy or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. It's so weird seeing him be like this,
a normal
almost
guy.
He's like a moron almost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
he's an everyman.
Yeah, he's just an everyman, I guess.
Yeah, he's not an aggressive person.
Yeah.
You know.
He's a pushover,
which we see in the car scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a pushover, but then he gets the robot suit and he stops that rape.
Yes, that
literal
rape in this kids movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I not say, like, when we were watching it, I was like, God, I hope this movie wasn't marketed towards children in the 90s. Like, this is a rape.
They probably don't know that, though.
No, but, like, the parents are probably watching it like, like, turn away. I don't know what's going to happen in the next, like, 5 seconds from now.
So, I don't know if I said it when I recommended it last week, or last episode, but, there was a commercial for this on my Ninja Turtles VHS.
Oh, yeah, you did mention that.
So, like, it was kind of cool to finally see those scenes. Like, where he's carrying that couch in. That's what I remember, is that scene. I'm like, the hell's Hulk Hogan carrying that couch around for?
But this movie has I take it back. Not so many. It has every trope that every, like, I don't want to say hulking, but I will. I'll throw the pun out there. Hulking action movie hero trope from the 80s and 90s, where he goes after the guys in the speeding car. What I say, I was like, he's gonna lift the car or something, and sure as shit, he walks up to the side of the car and lifts it and turns it over. Like, it's every trope that it's one-liners. It's the guy's too big for his own good, and he does things, and he's like, no, like, does, like, this goofy shit that everyone's like, wow, he throws a skateboard into space. All these absolutely crazy things that the action hero does that everyone's like, and it's clearly there because they're like, oh, he's superhuman or whatever. And I get that, but it's so goofy and outdated. Yeah. Like, now in, like, Man of Steel, Superman punches somebody through 3 buildings.
Yeah.
Now, if you had done that in the 90s, you'd have to have Hulk punch some guy, then a dummy fly, like, through the pan of the camera.
They did that with The Undertaker.
No, that's what I'm saying. And then you'd have to have a scene like that. Instead of, like, now, you can have a one shot because you can shoot that VFX shot different.
Right.
Where he could punch somebody and it just shows them going back through CGI buildings and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's less goofy now versus, like, then, like I feel like it would have one of those, they'd build, like, an Undertaker fake head, and as it's going through the walls, like, the eyes are doing, like, spins and shit, like, God. This movie is just goofy. It is flat out goofy.
Yeah, it's
outrageous. It's funny.
There is some funny parts. I laughed quite a bit.
Maybe I laugh for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I definitely laugh for the wrong reasons in a lot of parts.
Yeah,
a lot of the one-liners were making my eyes roll back so far into my head.
Yeah, I can't even think of, like, the one that really gets me was the construction line one.
Talk about cheap construction. And that's why I thought like, I did read a little bit of the synopsis before we started it, but like I said, how I thought that this was going to be like a movie that they were watching, because I thought like Hulk was maybe like, he was gonna play this character that the kids liked, and then he ends up being real, like, but they're watching like movies about it, because he was saying this shit that would only be in action movies, where he's like going down and like cuts the cord on the elevator and like
okay, so kind of like Galaxy Quest.
Yes, essentially, like, that's what I was thinking about it, like that it would be something like that.
Yeah, it could be better if it was actually Galaxy Quest.
No, yeah, it definitely could. Yeah. Galaxy Quest is pretty great. Yeah, so I mean, it probably would not have suffered for trying to do something like that. But what did I say at the beginning? That I feel like this is the same team that made Jingle All the Way. Yeah. Because everything just looked exactly like that type of movie.
Right. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot more to say.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about it.
I was shocked that what's his face wasn't played by another wrestler, like the giant form of General.
Oh yeah,
or whatever. Yeah. I actually thought it was Kevin Peter Hall who played the Predator and Harry from Harry and the Hendersons, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was actually the guy who played him is Vincent Hammond, who was a prop man / actor, and he usually he would make the suits and stuff, and then he'd end up playing it because he had such a big size to him and everything. So he was kind of
so he's legit that.
He was a cheaper way for studios to do that, because they're like, hey, you can make it and we'll put you in the suit and you can act it in the movie. And I mean, I'd jump at the opportunity. Right. Like, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall it was a thing.
It is a movie.
I'd be lying if I wasn't a little bit entertained.
Oh, I was definitely entertained.
I have watched movies where I was not entertained at all. And I was just like...
It's not a long movie. It's only an hour and a half. But
it could have done for being shorter.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It could have been an hour-long TV movie.
But it wasn't one of those movies where it's like, oh my god, is it over yet? At least I didn't feel that. I don't know about you guys, but...
Now...
It could have been like 10 or 20 minutes shorter.
Yeah, there were some boring parts where I was...
Well, they could have cut out 2 of those car scenes and
car sequences.
It seemed like they were just there to fill time.
Yeah.
And half the gags, I guess.
And I think that they clearly were.
You didn't have to keep running into the mine.
And the car sequence was the same shot.
Yeah.
Just they took that same exact sequence and spliced it again in the movie.
Yeah.
Like a day later in the storyline or whatever. But yeah, the mime, there was like, what, four times he met up with the mime and everything, and I'm like, oh my god, can we stop this?
Why is there just a mime like in suburbia? Like, what?
Well, he was originally out at night. Like, why is he out there at night?
Yeah, why is he out there at night in like an alleyway doing mime things? Like, are you trying to get mugged? Like, like what are you doing? And then like he goes out for the run towards his ship, and like he's literally just like, jogging to his ship. And then that mugger takes that lady's purse, and you just see him, like, running down the alleyway, and he just comes back with it on his shoulders. And then he just continues running.
Yeah.
Dumps the guy in the dumpster.
Gotta keep up his cardio.
Oh, yeah, and then, like, they have that other scene where he comes out to, like, talk to him, and he's sitting on, like, a lawn chair with a drill press and a belt sander, like, doing shoulder presses.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, it had every goofy superhero trope that you could have had back in
It's amazing when you think about this movie. This was 2 years after Batman.
Yeah, this was 1 year after Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll probably just leave it at that, I guess.
Yeah.
I give this one a 4 out of 10.
All right.
Is that your...
Yeah. It entertained me, but overall it is a meaningless story with too much filler shit thrown into it.
Yeah.
Damn, you're being generous.
Yeah, really?
I'm giving it a 2.
Yeah, I felt like it 2 was a little too brutal. I was still entertained by
No. That's the
Hulk
only
Hogan.
reason I'm giving it a 2 is because I was still somewhat entertained.
All right, fair enough.
I could have given it a nothing.
I mean, it is your score. So
I mean, like I said, it's not the worst thing that I've ever watched. If it was the worst thing I've ever watched, I would give it a 0 or a 0.5 or something. A 2, it did entertain me. I didn't feel like I lost anything. Like I was just I was entertained, and like I said, I laughed about it. It had its fun moments, but yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2.
I'm just gonna ride on Sean's coattails. A 4 out of 10 sounds.
Yeah, more than fair.
Yeah,
it is more than fair.
yeah. It's just under an okay movie.
Yeah.
I was thinking 3, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna. I was shocked you said 4, and I was like, huh?
Well, there it is. We have another recommendation coming our way.
We do. It's a nice little segue. I've been on a Godzilla watching kick for a while. In the last couple weeks, so I've been watching a lot of those movies. So I'm gonna recommend from 1977. It's a very good movie. I think you guys will like it. Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, why would you do this to me?
Revenge is why. That's why.
Revenge.
Okay.
So we're gonna watch Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Is there a story behind this?
Aaron's been trying to get me to watch it for like 2 weeks.
3, actually. And him and Josh, every time I bring it over, don't want to watch it. So this is the way that I finally get it.
He's gonna force me to watch it.
This is
That's
the
right.
way.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Well, if you don't want to be spoiled for Close Encounters of the Third Kind, make sure to watch it before our next episode. Thank you for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed hearing us talk about DC and Suburban Commando. I know that we enjoyed at least half of it. And I guess we'll see you guys next time. I'm Batman.
See ya, brother.